Hello, I'm Coach Lance Meyer of GRAS Ministries, a partner ministry with a City for God. And today we're in the studio today, and we're working on getting ready for the Wells Teachers Conference. And one of the activities we're going to be doing just to get started is working with 3 colors. You could do this with up to 5, and we may end up doing that. But I'm going to start with 3 and kind of see what we get. This is an activity that really kind of gets us into art a little bit. It's a lot of fun. You can do this a lot of different ways. You can do it. We're going to use watercolor today. I'm going to use Yupo paper, which is kind of like finger painting paper. It kind of pushes the paint around a little bit, and it's almost like I don't know if oil's the right word or what, but it'll maybe leave some white spaces. Very, very loose, and allows us just to kind of get into our creative minds a little bit. And then when we're done, one of the cool things is we're going to do a little kind of mental health experiment with that a little bit, and look at what we see, and see how that makes us feel a little bit. And so it's kind of got a art therapy feel to it, and it's a great activity to do with kids as well. Very simple. I'm going to use spray bottles today. This can be done though with just watercolor paints. You can use a brush, not use a brush. I would actually suggest starting with not using a brush. That's why I'm going to kind of use these spray bottles a little bit just to get the paint on there. I'm just going to throw just a little bit of water just on the page a little bit. And I'm not, this is one of those things, there's not really a whole lot of method to my madness here. It's just madness. All right, here we go. We're going to grab this kind of teal blue, and I'm just going to throw some of that on the page. And yeah, there we go. Just got some colors in there. Maybe throw a little more there. And now I'm going to grab my green. Again, this could be done with brush. This could be done just finger painting. You can do it with acrylics. We're doing it on Yupo paper here. And I'm going to grab my green. And now I know, okay, assuming that, yeah, I can get that to work. I know these blues and greens make some beautiful colors, so that's one of the things I'm doing here. All right, just gonna leave that for right now, and now I'm gonna grab my dark blue. Again, I'm not necessarily trying to create anything other than get colors on the page. So here we go. Grab some of this blue. Look at that. Maybe holding it with different angles, different amounts of pressure. Hit this spot up there. Yeah, here we're getting some of that flowing a little bit. Hit this corner kind of hard. And of course my spray bottles are working great here today. Okay, now just going to kind of look at that for a second, and take just a little more green up here, and I'm going to come back with this baby blue up on the top here. I'll move this out of the way so you can see that. There we go. Oh, there we go. May leave some white spots, I may not. We'll see. There, we're getting some cool stuff going on. I'll try to hit these sides just a little bit, but again, not a specific thing we're trying to create, not any specific thing we're trying to do. We're just getting the colors on there and kind of letting God and the paper and the paint just kind of do its thing a little bit. You're kind of getting a, blob and stuff here. That could be good, that could be bad. I'm going to actually kind of let that be a little bit and see what it does. My flow here is kind of coming down just a little bit. Maybe I'll just tip it back just a little bit and let those colors run a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look how fun that is, huh? Cool thing is it's kind of keeping it on the page here. I'm me tilt it this way a little bit. Let those colors kind of run a little bit. Again, we're just kind of getting into our painting a little bit, having some fun. We could add more colors, but I actually just like these three right now. I'm getting some great effects with that. Some beautiful colors. I'm just going to kind of let it drip back. And then I'm deciding right now if there's any more I'm going to do. Do I have enough green in there? I think so. I really like this blue. And maybe just a little shot up on the top here of my dark blue. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to actually just kind of sprinkle that a little bit throughout. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Got some really cool colors in there. Okay. We're not going to overcomplicate this. I think we're not trying to, you know, like create a face or create a design necessarily. We're just kind of letting the paint and let God do God, right? And letting it just flow a little bit. All right, so what I would do is just let this sit. It is going to take on Yupo paper a little longer to dry, but we'll just let that sit. And then what we'll do is come back and kind of take a quick peek at it, take a look at it. And I'm going to actually move this just a little bit. I'll move this up so you can kind of see it. And I'm just going to move that paint one more time here. We're getting some really cool designs with that. Now I'm working, you know, kind of this way, but maybe the design in the end will be horizontal. We'll see. We'll look at it from different angles. And I'm just going to have to tell you this a little bit because it's going to take a little bit to dry. What we'll do is, and it can be done now when it's wet too, we'll just kind of look at it and we'll talk through, first of all, what do you see in there? And so as I'm looking at it, and I'm just looking at it from my angle here, I see a little crown down here. Maybe seeing an eye right there. Oh yeah, there's another eye right there. Ooh, and then the nose. I'm just loving the colors in there. So the next question would be just, how's this painting make you feel? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel angry? Does it make you feel sad? How does this painting make you feel? And for me, this painting has life to it. I love the colors. It brightens my day. It makes me just feel good inside, for lack of a better word. It excites me. Is there anything that you don't like about the painting? Well, I'm kind of a realist painter, and so this kind of conflicts a little bit with that. So there's a little inner conflict going on. I want to make sense of the world. I want to make sense of this, and it doesn't necessarily, in and of itself, make a lot of sense to me. But overall, it just makes me kind of happy inside. Does it remind you of any experience you've had in your life? And as I'm answering that, I'm just going to kind of tip this again a little bit and let those colors again flow back up into some of the northern parts of the painting. Maybe even tilt it a little bit this way. Maybe get some flow kind of going across the page or on the angle a little bit. You'll notice some nice darks in through here. And now, of course, I forgot my question, but does it remind me of anything? Or make me think of any experience in my life? Well, as many of you know, I struggle with a disease called Hashimoto's encephalopathy, and so kind of the brain pattern kind of all over the place a little bit, or a lot of it. This does remind me a little bit of that, and just kind of those neurons in the brain kind of being either retrained or just makes me think of that. Trying to make new connection, synapses, I guess they call that, in your brain. So there's some of that in this. So I guess that would, that comes to mind. This really is kind of, I do like this a lot. And just the colors of it. Now, one of the things we'd want to do is turn it on different angles, and so I'm just going to do that a little bit and take a look at that. So let's look at it from this angle. Is there any change or anything that you see from this angle or that I see from this angle? Not sure that I'm necessarily seeing anything. Well, here's maybe some people, kind of a crowd. And it's not about necessarily that, oh, I got to see something in here, but looking at things and looking at life from different angles can be really powerful. Let's turn it again here. Anything I see from this angle that maybe I didn't see before, or does it invoke any emotions or... I'm studying it, and nothing's necessarily coming to mind, and that's okay. Purpose is just to kind of get your brain thinking a little bit, and I'm going to turn it again here. Oh, here now, okay. So now here I kind of see a person. Not exactly sure, it looks like a horn or something. That's a little strange coming out of the stomach. I don't know exactly what that's all about, but put best construction on that there. Again, I'm just drawn to the colors, and now we're getting a lot of mixing of the paint. And so what I'm going to do actually is just take that green one more time and just kind of spray that up over here a little bit, and I want to keep that right there and maybe right here. Okay, that's good. I don't want to overdo that. But I'm getting some of those beautiful aqua colors. It does remind me in these areas of like water and beautiful sea colors. Again, now I am like, as I'm looking at it, I'm seeing like a crowd of people or just action going on down here. Now I'll turn it back up toward the top. It's out of the way here. Again, I'm going to turn it that way just a little bit. You know, it's in Yupo paper, and again, this can be done on any paper. Could be done with acrylics, could be done with tempera. I like to work in watercolor, and I love doing Yupo paper for this, especially for this kind of thing. And one of the things you're noticing is like, it just kind of, as I'm even moving it, there's spots where it just, the paper will not let that paint go, which creates some really cool things going on. Makes me think of like little seaweed in the water and just those sea colors. I don't know. Now, one of the decisions you have to make, or at least think about, is, you know, if you were framing this, which way would you turn it? Which way is it pleasing most to the eyes? And I think that's something, once it dries, you'd maybe want to take time and just do that. Okay, so you get the idea of this first activity is just to kind of engage your mind, get you thinking a little bit, taking away fear. And that's one of the greatest things with art, is it really helps us overcome our insecurity. We all come at this with inner fears and inner fears and insecurity is the word I'm looking for. You can see my Hashimoto's in action here. So get the real life experience here. So I'm just going to drip that back up. All right. So you get the idea. That's the activity we're going to be doing today to get started and have some fun with it. God bless you.